Kaspa family, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. I just cannot thank you guys enough for all your support. Continue supporting, and you guys know the drill. You will see a continuation of these updates. But I apologize I wasn't able to give you guys an update yesterday. Decided to kind of take a little bit of a relaxed day. But we're back. The market is booming. Market is booming big time. You're seeing Bitcoin, you're retesting the likes of 90,000 plus, in the 23.6 fib zone. Altcoins going absolutely insane. And of course, Kaspa, reacting in a positive way to the market momentum. If you're looking across the board, guys, we're looking at some double-digit gainers over the last few days, to be specific. Kaspa up 24.4%. If you're looking at the past 1 month, you're seeing Kaspa up 24.1%. Also, being one of the very few coins that's in the green. So, everything we've discussed as of now, regarding Kaspa has, pretty much proved itself. Because, the momentum that we were seeing, was really, really positive. And really, the price of Kaspa has shown significant amount of strength recently. And, with the move, like, what we have seen, it just has taken really good advantage of that. You're looking at the price right now, currently sitting at 9.55 cents, up 0.2% in USD, also up 1.7% in Bitcoin comparative. Market cap at about $2.5 billion. And the 24-hour trading volume at about $100 million. But before we get into any further for you guys, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So I want you guys to start off by taking a look at, the dominance index. If you're looking at the dominance index, in a grand scheme of things, as I've shared with you guys in my other updates as well, we are still really, really high. We're sitting at 64.4%. And again, just a few days ago, we retested not only just a yearly high for the dominance, but also a high that we haven't seen since 2021. That should really tell you how much money is tied into BTC. But considering that factor, the way altcoins have performed, specifically Kaspa, really shows you, how good of a deal this really is. But taking a look at BTC, Bitcoin made a beautiful bounce up to 94.6K. Again, this is absolutely amazing to see. We obviously retested some of the levels we haven't seen since March, which of course is amazing to see. Right now, we're just below the 23.6 market, seeing a little bit of a cool off over the last few hours. Reason why Donald Trump did announce that there could potentially be more tariffs on Canada. So of course I think that could also be something that we need to keep in mind. But let's see how that goes. In terms of tariffs, sometimes there's good news, sometimes there's bad news. We'll see what happens. Obviously, that is something that we need to keep in mind. But we need to understand the market has been going crazy, so a little bit of a cool off is needed also. But looking at Kaspa, that's what you guys are here for. Of course, you're looking at the price exactly where we were talking about, which again is in this blue zone. But what's really, really interesting here is Kas touched right exactly at that 10 cents and saw a little bit of a cool off. Why is the 10 cents level such an important level? Because of course it's a psychological price point. So we've been talking about the 10 cents mark, and again let's kind of forget about the 10 cents. Let's take a look at how important this resistance really was for Kaspa. If this was maybe, let's say, a confirmation for yourself, because like I said, back in March, we retested this several times, but let's say this was a confirmation for you and you dollar cost average in here, you did see Kaspa go up an additional 20%. And from, obviously, the April 7th low, we have seen Kaspa double since then. So of course, big moves, holding on to, this big, shift that it has seen. Obviously, it has a long ways to go, but I want you guys to understand, step by step, we cannot ignore, this amazing strength. As I've stated to you guys before, since last August, we were noticing, a major weakness for the price of Kaspa. But as of now, it's showing strength. Obviously, it had its long ways to go, but, the fact that, we broke out of the 8.2 cents key resistance, market also, returned bullish, which of course is amazing for Kaspa. It took more steam with it. And obviously now, we're back in this blue zone, but look at the significant amount of resistance there really is around this range. So obviously, if this is able to break out, I do personally believe that, the next major target at 11.2 cents could be on the table, but we got to take it one step at a time. Love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for all your support, from the Kaspa community. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that red subscribe button. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.